Yeah, hi. We just had the plastering people come in yesterday, and they put the first coat of plaster on the walls in the garage. Take a quick look at this. Actually, when I say first coat of plaster, the first coat of plaster is actually a coat of cement. So they put the rough coat on yesterday, and they are coming back today to put the final coat. I believe it's final coat, which will probably be like a plaster, a whitish color. So not really much to see, other than the channels and stuff for the hurricane ties and for the wiring. Those channels are now covered. They'll be covered better when they get the final coat on them, but the outlets are still exposed because they re-exposed them after they were uncovered. So one interesting thing is the plasterers here very often are women. So it was a crew of 2 women who came in and did this job yesterday. And of course they'll come and they'll finish it. I don't know why. I guess that's just the way it always was, even back in the Soviet Union. Maybe they pay more attention to detail. I don't know the exact reason why because the other trades, electricians, anything else, I personally haven't seen women in the crew, but with plastering, absolutely. All right, well, that's enough for now, and once they finish later today, I'll take a picture. Hey, it just kind of dawned on me that I never did a little video after they finished the wall spackle. Well, they finished it, probably a week ago. But I'll show you what we've got here. I already installed the outlets. There's 10 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this wall where I'll have a workbench. I put the cover up for the fuse box circuit breakers. The switch here and the switch over here I did not do because these are 3-way switches, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to wire them. Fact is, I paid the electrician already, and what I paid covers him installing all of the outlets and the switches, and installing the lights after the ceiling is put up, which ceiling is supposed to be put up, starting yesterday or today. Obviously neither day is it happening. Yeah, you see over there I have 1 outlet on this wall, well, on that side of the window, another outlet on that wall on the other side of the window, and 3 outlets over here where there'll primarily be storage afterwards. I have storage racks and everything else once they're completely done. The spackle, they're going to come in and paint the walls, because the spackle, you can see like dark, looks like skid marks or like something rubbed up against it, the wall, but that actually isn't what it is. That's actually places where there was probably a high spot of the cement, which was the first coat, left on, so it poked through the plaster coat. So they're going to come and paint it. My wife questioned why I'm having them paint it, because as she put, at first I didn't even want it plastered. I just wanted to leave it as blocks, but it looks nice now. It looks nice and white except for the black spots, so I might as well have it look good, even if it gets dinged up because it's a garage later. Okay, so anyhow, not really that much to show you. I mean, they did it over the doors, all around the doors, around the window frames. Window and the door, I don't know when they're getting installed, sometime soon, I hope. Then there's a different treatment around them after that. Something interesting you might, I'm sure you don't know. Something that's written right into the contract here when you have your work done. And even if you don't have a contract, it's kind of a, well, it's an unwritten rule. You have to supply a place, a heated place for workers. It's usually like a little trailer or a shed or something where workers can get dressed and undressed, and a place for them to store their tools that can be locked up at night, you know, on multi-day jobs, which, well, in the States it would usually be kind of the opposite. The contractor would have a kind of a trailer, small camper they pull onto the lot, and they use that as their office and place to change and everything else. Here, people are responsible, which is, I'll be honest, I think it's a little bit strange, because what, people are supposed to, what, buy campers or trailers? No, so they have some like truck box, the box that goes in the back of a truck that one person buys. They use it during the construction of their house. Well, here, turn it on me, I guess. They use it during the construction of their house, and then now they're stuck with it, so they offer it for sale and try to sell it to somebody else who's having a house built. What we did is we had a shed out here. You can see the shed right out the window. It's not big. It's 2 meters by 6 meters, so about 60 square feet. You know, the shed, we store our garden tools and stuff in there. It's not, there's no power or electric lights. There's some ventilation. That's what they used when they did a lot of the work here, a lot of the outside work. During the time that the house was being built, the inside was being built, they didn't need a place like that because they had the house. There's nobody living in it, so they would get dressed and leave their tools and stuff in the house. And I suspect what's going to happen is the garage, we still have a lot of landscaping. Well, not a lot, but at least a week's worth of landscaping to be done once the garage is finished, which hopefully is rather soon. By the time they do the landscaping, the door, the window, and the regular garage door will all be installed at that point, so they can use this as their clubhouse while they're doing their landscape work. So I mentioned in an earlier video that we're going to have the floor tiled. So anyhow, to make a long story short, for now I'm going to just use a high quality floor paint and put a couple of nice coats of that on it, and we'll see how that holds up. And if 2, 3, 4, 5 years I find it's not holding up well, then we'll look at something else. We could go to tile or anything else that we wanted to, but I'm just not ready. That's one thing that I think I can forsake and save money with this whole garage project. I don't want to try to forsake it with the landscaping or anything to do with the quality of doors or quality of work. But the floor, it can be painted, good quality paint. It's floor paint, and we'll check it out in, like I said, another 3, 4, 5, 6 years or whatever, and see if we need to do something different. Well, anyhow, I said I was going to just show you the plaster, the end of the plaster, and I went into a lot of other things. So that's it for this video. Thanks.